Today we are going to be talking about the masculine versus feminine approach to weight loss and the top tips that will help you to go from masculine to feminine energy, which means from the hardcore dieting years or approach to a more intuitive and flowing and mindful eating approach. Okay, Sara here with Lovelistic Living, and I am so excited you're here. And if you like this video, then subscribe and hit the like button so that you let me know that you love this kind of content. And I think this is a more spiritual talk, and if you are new to this, then stick with this because it's going to be pretty interesting. And if you are already a spiritual lady, then I'm so happy you're here, and I hope that this is valuable for you as much as it is for me. Okay, so let's talk about the masculine versus feminine energy, which you might know the symbol of the yin and yang. And the masculine is like usually represented by the sun, very strong, logical, determined energy is the fire energy. The pushing usually energy, it pushes out, right? You go and push through things, and it's very confident. It's the sun energy. But let's take a look at the feminine energy, which is nurturing, is the moon energy, very intuitive, and very it's an inward, like you're going inward, introvert, like introspection, and you're tuning in rather than going out, like. And so how can this be applied to weight loss? Okay, you might not be realizing this, but you are already doing. So if you're taking a diet approach, that's called, it's in the masculine energy, is very much like I am doing this diet and I've got to push through, I've got to restrict my calories and work out 5 to 7 days a week, and I'm gonna do this for a certain period of time to push through, like to tell my body that that's what I'm gonna do, and my body needs to lose weight. I mean, I feel like that's the approach that I had, or that someone has when they go on a diet, because their mindset is very much focused on, I've got to push through no matter what, even though I'm starving. And my experience was going from that mindset, athlete, and eating 12 calories per day, if not less, and pushing and restricting and actually being so hungry to reach my ideal weight, to the more intuitive, tuning in, getting to know my body type, and reaching the same weight with a different approach. Literally, I was like, this is blowing my mind, because I can't believe that I'm not forcing anything. I'm just tuning in to what my body needs, and I am reaching my weight without any kind of effort. And to me, that was so strange at first, but that's how it feels when you heal your relationship with food and you get to a very comfortable and peaceful place within yourself. And I am not gonna lie, but it's definitely a journey of self-love. Instead of like hating yourself into being healthy, you are stepping back and being like, okay, like I do love my body, so I'm not going to do that to my body. And taking that approach, I am actually tuning in to what's nurturing, and I'm gonna focus on that, and to be present with what I'm experiencing. To, again, if you've tried mindful eating, that's how it feels like it when you mindfully acknowledge and taste every bite. And I'm not saying that that's kind of like what I do 24/7, but that's how I started. So here are the steps that I personally took to go from the diet mindset to a more intuitive and flowing approach to reach my healthy weight. Okay. One was, again, very like hard on my body, and the other one is more nurturing. Okay, and please let me know in the comments below if where you're at in your journey, and if you would like to learn the more feminine way of approaching weight loss. Okay, so these are the shifts that I have taken. The first one was definitely getting rid of the scale and stop looking at paper, which is your meal plan, and stop looking at calories. Literally, I gave it all up, and I started to use clothes to feel my body. And also, I ditched the calorie mentality. I was like, I don't care. I'm looking at what's actually nutrition for my body, and I'm not going to look at calories. I promise myself that I would not have food anxiety anymore. And that helped me so much to lower my anxiety. The second shift that I took was to mindfully be present at meals time and to not eat in a hurry, but just really like I would take my plate, and actually I would really like sit there and enjoy each bite and be present. And I did that for like over a month, because it was about not rushing through, listening to my emotions, understanding when I was feeling like nervous or wanting food to suppress my emotions. And so that leads me to step 3, which was actually acknowledging my emotions and be like, okay, I'm actually nervous and or in a hurry, and I'm not going to eat right now, and I'm going to take a step back, and I will have lunch when I do have like a 30 minutes break where I can sit by a tree and enjoy myself, my lunch, and the landscape. So we are at step 3. Okay, step 4, or shift number 4, was to start loving my body. So I did realize that at that time I would pretty much use, I used to use words that were so hurtful to describe myself. Oh, I don't like this. Oh my God, like your belly is so like fluffy, and you're fat, and your hair is oily, and all of these things that are diminishing. So I promised myself that I would use nurturing words and empowering words. And I also did shift number 6 is mirror work. So I would go in front of the mirror every day, and I would say, I love and accept myself the way I am. So do those 2 things that go hand in hand are really helpful. And I did that for about a year. That was definitely like one of the major shifts in my mindset towards myself, and cultivating that love that you would have for a child, and realizing that I wanted to like actually talk to myself in a loving way. And another powerful shift that I made was to tune in to my hunger cues that I had lost through the dieting years. I didn't know when I was hungry. I didn't know when my body was like what it meant to feel hungry anymore, because I had strict timing where I had to eat, and I was like kind of tuning in and retraining myself to listen to my body. That was so powerful. And the last one was getting this knowledge and getting introduced to the ancient wisdom of Ayurveda, and getting to know my mind body constitution allowed me to balance my body, and understanding what foods will be helpful, and to balance not just my mood but also my physical health issues. And it gave me a different approach of, it's not about the calories, it's about like if a food sits well with my digestive system. If I am digesting this food, then it is not supposed to be stored as fat. It is actually going to nurture my every cells and part of myself. So that's something that I do teach to women when they decide to heal the relationship with food. And to go from masculine to feminine approach. And the last one, which is key, was to go beyond the relationship with food, and actually realizing the relation that I had to like with myself. And I did some inner child work to heal that relationship with food, which was so tremendously powerful in healing this approach that I had. And let me know in the comments below where you're at. Subscribe so you don't miss any new videos. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Ciao, guys.